This week, the general overseer and founder of Lighthouse Chapel came. He trended on social media, especially in the creative art space. Bishop Dag Heward-Mills. Yes, so he actually said something during his sermon about not paying church musicians. He thinks it's absolute nonsense to pay church musicians. And this particular one sparked debate after he declared this. And these were his actual words. I don't want to say something that
the video will be like,
play. Yes, we will post. We add the video as well. But in that video, he said, "Be cautious of those who do things purely for money. In my church, I made it clear that I will not pay individuals to play instruments because I can play them myself. I play the drums, piano, and guitar. I gathered all the children and created a music school where every child is required to learn to play the piano. Now, every child in our church can play the piano. No one can come and intimidate us in church by demanding money to sing. It's absolute nonsense. Here, we don't pay because it's about loving Jesus. If that's not your motivation, then that's the door. You are free to leave." This conversation is up again. The man of God says he can play the piano, he can play the drums, he can play the. So if you come to his church and they'll be like, "Oh, so for then can pay 1,000, 1K, be my man, kabusumi, he's not going to train." Why?
I'm talking to God.
You're talking to she'll hold your heart. Oh my God.
Hold me so that I'm come talk about an elderly person.
Oh,
I don't.
God.
A man of God.
Damn.
I don't trespass and say things I'm not supposed to say.
You know, whenever a conversation comes up, or whenever a man of God is trending, finds himself or herself in any issue on social media, I find it very difficult to actually add my voice to it because you get it. Yes, my dad is also part of the clergy. So some of these conversations, Diana, I don't want to go, but I do like this, but then I still try.
Oh, you're looking.
Yeah, I just side with some bombastic side eye.
Siga, I think if that is what he's a bishop or archbishop.
Bishop.
Okay. If that's what bishop is saying, then I think you should also add it that when the members come to church, they shouldn't be giving offertory because yes, they shouldn't be giving offering.
You don't go to the house of the Lord with empty hands,
and you don't go and work in the house of the Lord with empty belly. So how can I come to church on an empty belly, come and sing? And now they describe the youth ones in you see the whole dance,
choreography and stuff.
Yes, you stand there, choreography, you stand there, sing for probably an hour or more as the pastor is coming to sit down with his wife and they will do their normal sign. This thing they do. The pastor, I don't know where they get this sign from. He will come and do this thing and wait, then Papa will come and preach. You don't do all that and tell me that I should go home on an empty belly. Sometimes these men of God...
It is just like going to church. This is not your actual work. You have a work. So let's say you are a drummer in the church. You are a drummer in the church. That is the talent God has given you. So in order to honor God, you have to actually play the drums in his church.
And I'm also asking
that is your form of worship. So that is not your job.
I like
that is not your actual job. You only come to church on Sundays or during any other church program or church service. You come, you portray your talent. This is the God that gave you the talent.
Thank you.
Why are you refusing to honor him with the talent he gave you?
The same way. So why are the pastors also taking salary? Because they also were given the talent to preach from God.
Because for them, that is their job.
He should also go and find a job.
He should go and find a job.
The
that is his job.
Then the drummer to that is his job. The talent is not a job.
The pastor doesn't have a job.
No, wait. The talent is not a job.
The pastor's job is to take care. It's like He's a shepherd, right? Taking care of the sheep. You are the sheep.
Taking care of the sheep.
Yes.
Or name's a class prefect to him. I'm trying to give you terms in this and that. Look, the person working over there, the person coming to drum over there is working. That is work. So pay the person. If that's how we are going to go about, then the pastor shouldn't be paid. Because the pastor should also go and do a job. And when he comes, because it's God's talent that he's come to preach with, he should come and preach with God's talent. When after church, when they are closed, he should go and do his daily hustle, daily 2K. After doing his daily 2K, he should come back to preach.
With the number of people the pastor is shepherding, is that a right word, Cry? Let's just move with it. With the number of people the pastor is shepherding, the pastor cannot have any other job. His job is to be with you. Some people wake up, they get up 12 a.m., 1 a.m., they are calling the pastor.
Do you know the dramas?
They call the pastor different hours of the time. You, the drummer, you the keyboardist.
Do you know
the singer? You are sleepy, you just come for rehearsal and then you come and sing.
Do you know the time they come for rehearsal, they could have used that time to go and work?
You go for rehearsal.
Do you know the time they come for rehearsal, they could use it to go and work?
No, are you forced to do it?
Pay the person for the job you are doing. Telling me
this is you honoring the God that gave you this talent. Why do you need to be paid? I don't understand. God has given you a talent. Oh, go to my house, go and sing, and then win souls. Like, go and sing and bless people. Go and bless my children. That's it. For 3 hours, so 4 hours now for church. No, that's it. That's what you're gonna do. You have an actual job. So why do you want the church to pay you, put you on a salary, whatever?
That is it. They are also for so you also for car. Because it is the same thing. We are all working at the same place. We are all working. When you come and stand there, you say Leviticus 39 verse something.
The Osofo doesn't sleep. The Osofo, he doesn't have break.
Doesn't sleep.
Drama
not that would be disabled in its room. No, they da. And you are telling me that they shouldn't pay them blah. No, see, if we are to go on that tangent all the time, we will miss the target, and these persons become targets. Because at the end of the day, you are also there, you are working. You will be paid though. It's not like you will be free. Like Jesus the time no Jesus
wasn't Osofo.
No, but they were preaching. They were going around preaching.
But you cannot compare Jesus to Osofo.
See, the job he was doing was close to Osofo. Hey, all those prophets in the Bible, how many of them were paid?
People, you see that's where tithe.
How many of them were paid?
Listen, that's why tithe comes in. So in those days, during the Bible days, tithe and know what the basic chap with them, it is for the Asofono.
So that
was their mode of payment. Right now, I cannot go and carry bread. If I go and carry bread and go and give it to my church pastor, it is out of my own will. But right now, we are not living in those times where I go food stuff and I go and give it to your pastor, or go and put it in the church.
The Catholics will still do offer.
Yes, you go and put it in the church, in front of the altar, and say, "This is my tithe." That is why we pay tithes.
Sika, I get all you're saying and where you're coming from. But what I'm trying to tell you is that Asofono, they take salary the same way the person who is playing the drums. Tianeka. No beye juma one man metenase say ka so yanko betumi akonsori bebre. The person has come to drum at your church. As 1,000 and answer 2,000 obetuane in a monthly no. Calculate sir offering amount for beto no. Calculate. Esia na be free. Sometimes let's not make worshiping God look like if you have to worship God you have to be poor.
Nobody is saying anybody should be poor.
Most of the boys who drum and play organ in church, sometimes look at their shoe. Shoe na renachi
because
Skebiamba.
It's not because Skebiamba, because those boys they are show boys.
Wow, look at this.
They go and do girls.
It means you have a next. You have
the
a
money
next
that they give them, the money that they give them, the money that they give them, they go and use it to buy Asansabra.
Public address system. Sika has an ex-church drama. Nobody even know about drums for chapel.
No, I have never had one.
She has a history with one of those boys.
I've never had
and
one.
I'll fish that boy out.
I've never had one. If you believe I've had one with you, please come out and say it.
Come out and say
Nobody can. Nobody dare because there's none. There's none. So me, I will die on this hill. We don't have to pay you. But the church can decide that, okay, every Sunday, maybe a young sort of transport. Those things are fine. But you saying that you have to, so you, Willie, do you play any instrument? No. Until Romania will call you when you have piano, keyboard, the crab.
For me, my time, I was a masterland, so I wasn't really into more of those choir, drums, and all those. My job was to be part of the noble order, so that has been my own.
Now he doesn't even go to church.
I'm still a member. So
you are a Catholic, but you don't go. You are like me right now. We've stopped the Catholic church. Me, at least me, I follow my father, go to my father's church. But you, nothing.
Oh, me, I go to church. 31st January, sorry.
See this one.
31st January, sorry.
It's okay. Enough of this. So you believe church musicians must be paid?
They should be paid for their job. They are there
so
to work.
Do you think they have to be put on a monthly salary payroll?
Exactly, like how the pastor is being paid. Because we all come into that room.
I don't like it when you try and compare it to the pastor's job.
No matter what, they are all working in the same environment.
Responsibility is very huge.
It's very huge. Okay, then.
The pastor's responsibility.
Okay, then.
You think it's easy to be a pastor, eh?
I'm telling you this. If that is what you want to go with, then where you work, your boss should be taking only the salary. You shouldn't be paid. Because on the you there, you are a common staff. Those are the higher rank. They should take money. And it's the same thing. We are all working in the same work environment.
That's not how it works.
Listen, we are all in the same work environment. You are being paid. I'm not being paid. And you expect me to always come and show up with my shoe and master, forget about that.
If it's the shoe you are worried about, forget it. Those boys, they are doing themselves.
There's no between Borgans, no, what should you say? No, the East Coast, I guess. Or to be Ogan Bako, Kweku George. Ogan Bako, what they are reading, so I guess singing nah. What we bought, what you say? Nina, I guess now.
Nibako, wow. Oh my God.